Hey everybody, welcome to my first video of this new year, so happy late new year to all of you. In today's video I am going to test the Prismacolors against the Karisma pencils. I wanted to test this because a lot of people online had discussions about these two pencils because Prismacolor, the current Prismacolor, is supposed to be the Karisma color from Berol, which are discontinued right now, or for quite a while actually. And the Karismas from Berol were produced in England, but were discontinued because they weren't selling so well or something like that. So the manufacturers of the Prismacolor, they took the Karismas over, or took the brand over and called them Prismas. And yeah, people, they're a bit divided about it. Some people, they swear with the Prismacolors, while others say that Prismacolors lost their quality a bit. They seem to break fast, and some other issues like LEDs not fully centered and stuff. And others, they say that the Karismas, that they're much better, and some even go as far as to say that the Karismas are the pencil out there. But so yeah, I'm going to test both of them in one piece and see if they are, like some people say, if they are really similar or the same thing, or if there really is a difference and the Prismas don't compare to the Karismas because the Karismas are better or anything. So yeah, it will be interesting, and let's see how this will go. I started out with the Prismacolors for the left half of the drawing by blocking in the background, first mixing blues and the reds together. When I blended the first layers with zested solvent, I found the Prismas did not blend very well, as it still left harsh streaks. Something that hasn't happened with other brands of pencils I often use, such as the Polychromos and the Luminance. Even after adding more layers, the streaks kind of stayed. Also, Prismacolors don't erase well, so if you like to lift your colors with a knitted eraser, you will find it can't be really done with the Prismas. Then I started to block in the petals of my yellow rose. I used my own reference photo for this drawing. I started out with light yellow colors and added oranges and browns to slowly build up the dark hues in the petals. I instantly noticed how harsh the colors laid down, so colors went far too dark too fast for my liking. Normally, when I use my Polychromos and some other brands, I'm fairly in control when I'm building my colors. But with the Prismas, I felt I lost that control, and like I mentioned before, you can't erase them, so I get quite frustrated with them and constantly had to search for a way to get comfortable with them, and making sure I wasn't going to completely mess up the picture. So at this point I was really just experimenting and messing around with ways to layer and add colors. Like usually I love to use indigo blues and sepia brown to darken up my colors, but in the end with the Prismas it just made a muddy mess. So yeah, I had to be really careful and find ways to get the desired effect with the colors. Also, I found that the Prismas, they like brockle or something. They lift debris from their leads, and those make ugly smears and smudges you can't really get rid of. So that's another thing I really didn't like about the Prismas. You just have to be so careful to not mess things up. at some point I had messed up one of those petals so bad that I had to go over it with white ink so I could try it again, because it was really looking bad. So as I arrived to the middle of the rose, I decided to try and block in the darkest parts first and glaze those parts after with lighter colors. This worked a bit better. A lot of people say that they break a lot, the Prisma pencils. Luckily mine did not break during this drawing. I use a Dale, or Dale, I'm not really sure how you say that, 133 hand crank pencil sharpener, which works great on all of my pencils, even my pastel pencils, and they hardly to never break. So I can really recommend this pencil sharpener for your Prismas or any other brands. Now that the Prisma side is done, I switch over to the Karisma pencils, being a bit worried they might give me a hard time as well, as they are supposed to be the former Prismas, but I was really relieved when I started using them. When I started blocking in the center of the rose, the colors laid down gently and softly, not nearly as dark as the Prismas, so I was able to build my colors up with more precision and felt I was back in control. But like the Prismas, the Karismas can't be erased and lifted well. But when I used Zested to blend the petals, I was happy to find out that the Karismas blended so much better than the Prismas. Where the Prismas left streaks, the Karismas layers blended smoothly together and took me a whole lot less effort to get my colors rich and saturated, just like I like it in my pictures. Also, I got the feeling the leads of the Karismas are slightly firmer, as I did not have to sharpen them nearly as often as I had to sharpen the Prismas. Also, because of that, it was a bit easier to draw fine details with the Karismas. It was a lot harder with the Prismas. You may see the petals on the Karisma side are slightly crisper than the ones on the Prisma side. So my final verdict about these pencils, well, before I do it, I'll say again that this is totally my opinion and the way I experience both. The Karismas for me are significantly better than the Prismas in performance and to my needs. And I do think they differ a lot from each other, both in performance and feel, as the Prismas frustrated me quite a bit, and the Karismas were very much more enjoyable to work with. And it showed because I finished the Karisma part like twice as fast as I did the Prismacolor part, because I just got so fed up with them every time that I couldn't bear to like work with them for more than an hour or 2 hours tops during one sitting. Yeah, so again, there are a lot of artists who make fantastic, incredible art with the Prismacolors alone. So they're not necessarily a bad pencil or anything. They are artist quality, and yeah, they aren't really bad. But for me personally, the way I use pencils, they just don't mix with me. They don't work for me as well as other pencil brands do. The Karismas, they worked a lot better in my style of drawing. So yeah, for me the Karismas are a winner. But that being said, some people say they are the pencil, they are the best pencil out there. Well, for me, definitely not, because there are better ones out there. Like the Karismas, no matter how fun they are to work with, they can't top pencils like Polychromos from Faber-Castell and the Luminance from Caran d'Ache for me, because those two pencils, they are my top favorite, and no other pencil has yet been better for me, at least, in that part. So yeah, the Karismas, yeah, they are better. Just the only cons about them is just like the Prismas, you can't erase them or lift the color with erasers or with knitted erasers. So yeah, you have to be really careful when you apply colors. And of course, the fact that they are discontinued, so they are still available on like auction sites, but then you must be prepared to pay quite a bit for them because they're getting rare. So yeah, like with all rare things, they go up in price. I hope you enjoyed this video. When you did, please leave me a like. Also, I'm always open to suggestions for future videos, so if you have a neat idea, then drop it in the comment section and I may do something with it in the future. And of course, if you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, please leave me a subscription to my channel. So thank you for watching again, and see you in the next one.